Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Shadowrun. So last time we had the exposition of how this mission is going down and how the others are being killed by some killer that is apparently does not like tech people. So we are going to look at the latest crime scenery. Let's put it that way. Port alarm at your service. The elders told me that you'd be coming. They tell you about what happened to Tong? Well, just the basics. Well, nothing's basic about it. I've seen people shot, stabbed, beaten to death. Hell, I've even seen a corpse that was so dry and desiccated I could have sworn a vampire got to it. Oh, interesting. That's a very interesting note here. None of that's got anything on this. Brace yourself and go in. And why am I so interested by the fact that he is mentioning a vampire? Well, in principle, as some people may know, I kind of like vampires for the idea that's behind them. And moreover, I know there is going to be a companion that, has a bit of a vampire ghoulish thing going on. And I'm not sure which one of it is, and there is a virus in this setting that makes people zombie-like, so, well, perhaps we will pick him up here. That would be kind of cool. Tong's Sensory Carnival looks like a scene out of a B-grade slasher sim. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, emanating from the small shrine in the corner of the shop. Unfortunately, it does nothing to cover up the reek of death and clotted blood. Despite the rag, the remnants of Elder Tong littered the floor. The rest of the shop appears to be in good order, at least at first glance. Nothing is broken, tipped over, or otherwise ransacked. As you're about to step further into the room, you glance at the ceiling and walls. The blood from Tong's body isn't just confined to where his remains lie. Drying blood is spread about the wall and ceiling as well. It's like he exploded inside out or some such thing. Yoza. Yeah, let's stand exactly mid in the pile of blood. Tong's body is a ruined mess. The destroyed ruin of his face is barely recognizable. And what is left of his body would be best described as a savaged. All of his limbs have been torn off and a pile of flayed skin lies next to the remnants of the Whampoa elder. The Whampoa clothing has all but been reduced to rags and tissue by cuts and tears apparently sustained during the flaying. At this point, the only thing holding what's left of his body into a semblance of human form is the hair-thin fiber optic of his cyberware. Isabel's face twists into a disgusted grimness, and she turns to look away. Looks like someone dropped him into an industrial meat grinder almost. Except they brought the grinder with them. Who the hell kills like this? Isabel, someone with a highly involved need for ritual murder, I suspect. This manner of pathology is not seen in sane individuals. Rector gestures at the body impassively. Looks, parts of him are missing. Curious. I like him. He is kind of like a detective type of person. And it seems that the combination of him and Isabel on this mission were very good. Let's use our astral perception of this scene. Okay, apparently this is going to be another episode with a lot of dialogue, but at least detective dialogue. Taking a deep breath, you allow your senses to expand into astral space. The colors of the room bleed away, replaced with the vibrant lights and emotions of the spirit world. Surprisingly, no emotions of fear or anger pervade the room. The abiding emotion the room is steeped in is one of perfunctory satisfaction, as if someone had accomplished an important task. It would seem like that Tong was surprised. Sorry, I overread a word. It would seem likely that Tong was surprised. If he was not, it would be certain that you would feel lingering fear within the room. Alright. You mean he didn't see it coming? Maybe we're dealing with an assassin, not a monster? I'm okay with that. I understand assassins. Monsters, not so much. So, Rector, you inspect the body. Do you have biotech free? Let's check that for a moment. Because I need a biotech free. I thought he didn't have that. No, he has biotech 2. In spite of that, he may still do it. Okay. Rector takes his time examining the body, taking small notes on his PDA. Curious. No subdermal bruising, with the skin's been removed. No signs of struggle. coagulation of blood and lividity marks a time of death between 2 and 4 hours ago. That's not so far. The knife marks are methodically. The killer doesn't seem to have been interested in preserving the skin as any kind of whole. It was removed a bit like one fillets a fish, the path of least resistance. Some of the strips of skin have a more ragged edge than others. The ragged edge looks consistent with a claw rather than a blade. Rector makes a curious noise as he examines the remnants of Tong's face and neck. His neck has been severed with between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae. Scoring across the bones indicates a bladed weapon, and a sharp one at that. Doesn't match any of the other wounds. Okay, so he was first beheaded or beheaded after he was killed? Rector stands and looks you directly in the eye. If I had to guess, I'd say he was killed with a blow to the back of the neck. Everything else was subsequent damage. Yeah, okay, so first he was killed with a neck blow. Alright. I don't think this was an attack meant for the subdue. I find this an odd question. Why would someone kill him and then skin him? That seems really weird. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps whatever did the rest of the damage was secondary, an action of opportunity or the like. Without further information, I'm not comfortable guessing. It could be an assassin and then... Well, if it was a vampire, why would he leave so much blood? I'm gonna rule that out that it's a vampire. I just kind of probably want that too much. The walls are covered in splattered and smeared blood, most of which are hardened into a crusty, coagulated paste. Thick tracks of it run laterally. It looks like the blood has been deliberately smeared. Yeah, because that seems weird for the crime scene. Hey, Deathclaw. I don't know a whole lot about science and all that, but I know that blood looks like when it hits the wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? That's because somebody's used Tong's parts like a brush. So they painted his walls with blood? Why? Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that sees their murders as art? I got no clue. All I know is what normal blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Some people have a bad grasp of art. I knew this guy in Kwantong who used to make music out of stray radio static and panic button calls. Called it crisis wave. It was awful. Alright, let's enter further. Tong's desk drawers are open and the safe that's built into one side has been opened. There's no sign of tampering, and the green light next to the word unlocked is blinking. Uh-oh. Whoever opened the safe did it with a key fob. Inside are several blank cred sticks, but no sign of any money with them. A Whampoa and elder with no money in his safe? My ass. Somebody cleaned him out. Probably grabbed the key fob out of his pocket. Alright. Come on, let me search the bathroom. Tong's bathroom is immaculate, and the drains are tiny. Whatever killed him didn't exit through here, alright? Simpsons editor. This is a Yamaha 95005 SimSynth. A device for mixing and mastering SimSense chip. Several drive bays are empty and all the chip jacks are empty. The screen is flashing a repeated error message. Warning, requested files cannot be found. Please return drives to bay and tray again. Somebody stole Simpsons drives. Isnabel, debug this. Isabel rattles out some commands on the SimSynth keyboard, stepping away after a few seconds with a look of satisfaction on her face. There. I've put the drive warning on suspend. It's in diagnostic mode only though. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe not. Memory is okay. Drive has an error. Okay, we know that. Assistant bus is okay. Don't know. Begin cordon. Please wait. Isabel studies the screen in detail as the letters and numbers scroll by. Looks like Tong was cooking some better than life Sims here. He's hacked the peak controller output cut-offs. The delta levels on sim chimps are usually about 4 to 5, 6.5 for Cal Hots. His delta peaks are pushing 12. That's brain-burning territory, Deathclaw. And all the drives and chips those BTLs were stored are missing. This guy was simply a virtual drug dealer. And you guys called yourself not criminals. I never liked Tong, but it wasn't because he was a bad guy. I just didn't like any of the others. But if he was cooking chips at Delta 12, maybe he burned somebody he shouldn't have. Maybe they flipped their lid and came after him. Or a relative did. Isabel gives you a serious look, tipping her head at the scent. The meta-human brain can't handle this kind of output. It will shut down after a few of these. So he overloaded people. That seems to me pretty criminal. Alright. We've learned all we can here. Let's talk to the people around here. Zippy. This orb is busy snacking on a steamed bun. As you approach, he wipes off one of his hands and sticks it out towards you. Hey, stranger. Nice to see you. Zippy 2 Tech at your service. How are you liking Whampoa Garden? He is awfully friendly, but then again, he's an orc and I'm a troll, so I'm just gonna go with that. I'm Deathclaw. Nice to meet you, Zippy. Nice to meet you too. Listen, I know it's a little forward of me to just say hello and whatnot, but I'm interested in giving you a hand if I can. Zippy gestures expendedly at the squad-lit, neon-lit streets of Whampoa Garden. This is my home, at least for the time being, and I like to stop these killings. Well, aren't you a peach? We never met before this, but I know exactly who you are. You're my replacement. What? The others had me auto-spy what was left of Elder Gan and Elder Nakamara after they got ripped apart, but I didn't want to dig any deeper. Oh, right. Well, you know what? That actually kind of makes you human. And yes, I know people are going to say he's an orc, but he's meta-human. In this setting, calling him human is actually perhaps a compliment. I'm not sure. Perhaps I should say it makes him meta-human. So since I don't know you and I can smell a Shadowrunner a mile away, you've got to be the outsider they asked to stop the killings, right? Zippy tilts his head back, obviously pleased at his amateur deduction. Well, I don't call it very amateur, it's very good. Very astute, that's right. See? I have good eyes, a lot of good eyes actually. If you're in the market for replacements. Ah! Only slightly used and they can only come from credited donors, I swear. I hardly better laugh here from the orc and he slaps one of his thighs in elation. Man, I kill myself. Oh, okay, you were kidding. Unfortunately. That was awful. Zippy shrugs, grinning wide. I know, I always want to be a stand-up comedian, but all my jokes are terrible. So if you're not a comedian, what are you? I'm one of the trained surgeons around here. I keep the other opponents healthy. Gotta practice down the road. Lion Cheng's a pretty good cyberdog, but he's basically an implant specialist and that's it. Cyberware around here. I like that. How'd you end up here? I think this might be going into extremely this is a lot of dialogue. And I wonder if you, my watchers, will want to see this, but because sometimes I skip this type of dialogue, certainly when I go into Haoi and just go to the merchants and speak to people who just talk to me like we have dreams, we want to get out of here, it's scary and all that stuff. A little bit of background noise, it is really nice to get the sitting, but do you really all want to see that in 15-minute chunks? I like to keep my videos action-packed. So, oh, he's from the UCAS. I did listen to see back in UCAS. Could it become a real MD too? Medical doctor, by the way. If things hasn't gone south for unrelated reasons. CP opens his coat, revealing a cyber deck. He pats it proudly. I also deck a little. But I'm better at slicing skin than I see. Whampoa Gardens seemed a good fit for me. She must see a lot of customers. That's the chip truth. I have to charge to cover my costs and eat. But it's damn near free service. There's always a waiting list, but it's good, honest work. I like helping my neighbors and the other community. We all look out for each other. Somebody messes with one of us, they mess with all of us. The kind of community is rare as gold these days. How many places will I have an ethos like that? Not a damn corpse, that's for sure. I've lived a lot of places, done my fair share of shadow running, but this place is special. It's been a long time since I really felt like anywhere was a real home. Zippy looks off past you, towards the Whampoa garden streets. His expression grows wistfully, like he remembers something from a long time ago. I'm sure I'll move again, but not for a while. I'm not done with the city or these people. So normally it's fairly peaceful around here. For the most part, other than these killings, we don't have much by the way of problems. We do information security for the triads, and that makes us fairly impervious to anyone who wants to start troll. Anyone starts something, we hit them in the matrix, while our triad friends hit them in the maze. Some small-time gangs have tried pushing in here before, but they backed off when they figured out they weren't just picking a fight with Tang and his guys, but were both the Red Dragon and Yellow Lotus. Tang is the guy that does the drones. The IP was the security guy, so it's kind of interesting that he says that. They got the message real quick. What was left of them anyway. What are your thoughts on the murders? There's a sharp intake of breath as if he takes his head. Pretty gruesome business. Ken died from a broken neck. Looked like someone had wrenched it around, and his arms and legs were cut off. Some skin flayed away too. Nakamura had his throat ripped out by someone with pretty sharp teeth. At first I thought it was a devil the rat, but the teeth marks were all something with a humanoid jaw. And didn't look at Yatunde. From what I saw at a distance, it was the same story. Didn't seem much point, since I'd seen it twice already. So I do think it may not be a vampire, but certainly something that probably wants to eat flesh. That's what I'm getting from this guy. As for Tongue, from what Portal told me, it was getting Nakamura all over again. Take a look at it yet? Yeah, it's the same as you described for the others. Zippy shakes his head sadly. Damn, I like Tongue. The BTL business is unsavory, but the man had to eat. And his regular Sims were great. Jolly older and nice guy, friendly with everyone. Never had anyone mad at him. They ain't no justice, let me tell you. Yeah, but it looks like Tongue was killed by a blade, not a broken neck or a bite. Zippy recalls Shadowrun was against the rain. What kind of blade? Was it a knife? Sword? Maybe an axe? I don't know, but he was attacked at the back of the neck. I don't like that at all. Zippy shivers, looking worriedly around. This whole affair got me on edge. People dying is nothing new, but the flayed skin? Yeah. After a moment, Zippy composes himself and looks back to you. It sounds past that whoever's been killing the others is trying to muddy the waters with all the blood and gore business. This is the crime of an intelligent, careful killer. Be careful. This investigation might take you somewhere very unpleasant. I'm going to say see you later, Zippy. And you know what? I am going to walk around talking to people, and I will make a summary for you guys in the next episode, telling you what they all told me. But yeah, I think that's for the best. And once again, if you really want to see everything, and I know that I have only currently about 2 to 3 watchers of this series, if you want to see every little piece of dialogue, let me know. Your opinion matters here on the Beta Plan. But in the meantime, I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.